My name is Kristin R. My daughter Brianna and I began attending Hope Church Montgomery in February of 2024. On May 19, 2024, I was biblically baptized here at Hope Church, and this is the testimony that was shared. Hopeless, homeless, victim, absent, addict. These were all words used to describe me and my life before trusting in Jesus. I lived my life from one high to the next, always looking over my shoulder, hateful, angry, and scared. I was completely detached from my family and close circle of friends, but deeply involved with all the wrong groups for what I thought was protection. I know I was delivered from death on 3 separate occasions, but I also know there were many more close calls. In those darker moments, it was obvious God and Jesus were still very much in my life and trying to break through, but I wasn't ready to turn back to them just yet. Unable and unwilling to find regular employment, my habits also became my income, which landed me time with Montgomery County's finest. Looking back, this time was definitely one of the best things that could have happened to me, no matter how much I fought it and said otherwise. I had spent 3 years in a self-made prison, completely destroying my life. But the 6 months with Montgomery County helped save it, as this is where Jesus locked me down and made his way back in. He did so with Joshua 1:9. This one verse was written above my bed, and I had stared at it for weeks without ever opening my Bible to see what it was he was trying to tell me. After a very bad day, I finally read these words. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. This was a major turning point for me, and I began attending weekly Bible studies and weekly church services. Upon my release, I continued services with Church of the Obedient Soldier until moving back in with my parents to begin rebuilding my life. In November of 2019, I found myself in a moment of weakness and almost threw everything away again. I realized I'd spent my life doing whatever I wanted and only asked Jesus to help me clean it up after the fact. I needed help changing me, my heart, and my ways. And Jesus was the only person capable of doing so. I remember being a complete mess and unable to face my parents. But mostly, I remember crying, begging Jesus to just fix me from my bed upstairs. I laid out all the truths I could think of in that moment and just pleaded for help getting past it all. The next morning, I faced the music with my parents, but something was different within me. I had no desire to go back to that life at all. Every single bit of it was removed from my heart, and I've not looked back since. I've certainly had my share of struggles, but I'm happy to report that I've not only been sober for over 5 years, but I'm also a true follower and believer of Jesus Christ. On November 23rd, 2019 is the day he saved my life for good. Since that day, my life has done a complete 180. In the first year, I reconnected with my family. I was an active family member again and had stability and support back in my life. The years to come would allow Brianna to move back home, another new car, and even the purchase of our new home. Mother, stable, happy, loving, present, saved. These are the words used to describe me and my life now. Trusting in Jesus gave me back my daughter, my family and close friends, and even guided me to the church here at Hope Church Montgomery. He was always there. I just needed to open my heart to trust him. Jesus is my rescue story, and this is my testimony to him.